Benjamin is my name. I grew up in Jamaica. I became a medical doctor there soon afterwards, becoming a distributor of automobiles. And I did that, my wife and I, for 16 years. Then we got into network marketing in 2010, mainly because our business started to struggle because of the real estate mortgage crisis in the United States of America. Thankfully, we got introduced to network marketing, helped us to get ourselves back on our feet. And then 3 years ago, we got introduced to the idea of trading on our phones and laptops. The first time I got introduced to trading, I saw this particular website. I don't know if you've ever seen this website before, Trevor. Have you ever seen this website on the screen before?
I have seen it. Yes, it's Trading View.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, how did you feel the first time you saw Trading View? How did it make you
feel? A bit intimidated, I would say.
So I felt overwhelmed. I felt intimidated. I felt like, how on earth am I going to be able to use this website and understand all these buttons? First, I saw what are these buttons for? I mean, when would I ever learn all of these? And I needed to earn some money at the time because it was in the lockdown. So I was thinking, there's no way I was going to be able to learn this in time to be able to, be able to pay my bills. So what I did when I got started is that I focused on the marketing side. I joined as an affiliate at the time. That was in 2020 during lockdown. And I kind of forgot about this whole website. I just turned my mind off of it and instead introduced people to come and learn who may wanted to have invested the time to do it. I paid a little over $100 at the time and got started. Today, you could pay $168 or $249 to get involved with us. Plus, we have some other packages. And I started earning commission. A couple of days, I was earning $500 a month. And then about 4 days, 5 days, I was at the $1,000 per month rank. I think about less than 2 weeks, I was at the $2,000 per month rank, and I got to the $5,000 level. And even got to the point where I earned $2,500 in a week. Then it wasn't Xtreamfx Academy at the time. It was another company that changed into Xtream. So, currently actively an affiliate in Xtream. And after being involved, here's what happened, Trevor. I noticed that some of the students that joined us, right? Not all of them, but a good number started making good money. 2 ladies, one from St. Martin and one from the US, ended up earning over $1 million trading in their first year. And there's a 17-year young man, 17 years of age, and he earned over $250,000 for his year. Now, those are the 3 biggest stories. Now, a lot of students didn't get to the point of making any money. That's just the reality. And the reason is that it takes about a year to 2 to 3 years for the regular average person to get a handle on trading. It's a very steep learning curve. So during my process of learning how to trade, Trevor, I got to the point of being able to use this website, not to make any money consistently, but I was able to at least understand it, right? To understand some of these buttons and to use it. But it was quite overwhelming and quite intimidating. Now, since I've been involved, since this, it started in April, right? April, this new edition came. So this is what we've had over the last couple of years, Trevor. You could pay $89 a month, $99 a month, $159 a month. And then you could go to classes, watch videos, and learn how to use this website called TradingView and get to the point of making money. But we do realize that it takes a while to do that, right? Now, thankfully, in April of this year, a gentleman who has been trading for over 10 years developed this technology about 4 years ago. He developed it really for his sister who suffers from epilepsy, and his sister couldn't hold on a job because of that health condition. So he developed a safe way to trade so that she could identify trades and make money. That's the main purpose of it. About a year ago, his wife convinced him to make it into a product and sell it to other people because he's made a lot of money from it. He and his sister, I think he currently owns 5 different properties that he has bought from money he's earned from trading. And he earns a lot of money every day trading. So over the last year, those people who have bought the technology, number one story, a gentleman turned $200,000 into 1.4 million. Another gentleman turned $2,500 into over $500,000. That's Phil. Jeff Cochran is the one who earned 1.4 million. Phil from the UK turned $2,500 into over $500,000, bought himself a Bentley. Several other people. A guy, Billy, was homeless, no longer homeless, now has his place. A couple of different people have, there's lots of testimonies. Esther is one of our members. She has a testimony as well, where she bought this product less than 2 months ago. The first day she started using the Safety Trade product with something called a scanner, I'll show you what the scanner is. Just briefly, this is a scanner terminal, but I'll tell you what it is here shortly. All right, it trades at the scanner is already called out. USD JPY on the 5 minute, and also we have USD Chef on the 5 minute.
Go back to. Let me send it back to you.
All right, so there's one of my Jamaican brothers, Stephen, making sending something to somebody over there. All right, so that's the scanner. I'll come back to that terminal. So here's the thing about this. This product is so amazing. Esther bought it, and her first day of using the scanner, she made over $600. So she paid $599 to buy it, and in her first day of trading using the scanner, she made over $600. Since then, she has gone on to earn over $6,500 in a single day in a 90-minute time frame. So she traded for an hour and a half using the scanner and the technology and made that money. And there's several other testimonials that I can share with you, lots of them. I know Bright from Nigeria, he has a team of his members. They trade what's called a London session every Monday through Friday, and they've been profitable every single session, and they're using the product. So we do know for sure that we have a winning product in this technology alongside our education, which is excellent. And there's some other services that we added to our community. So let's look at the Safety Trade product, Trevor, and we'll discuss this, and then we'll get back into just doing some Q&A with anybody who has any further questions that we could answer for you. All right. So,
okay.
All right. So firstly, this is we're migrated from this using TradingView as an analytical platform, right? Using it as an analytical platform. We no longer have to come and do markups. We no longer have to put support resistance, trend lines. We no longer have to do that. The Safety Trade product has eliminated a lot of that. What is it that you really want to find out to make a trade, Trevor? What information do you really need to be able to decide whether you want to do a trade? What are you trying to find out? If you don't mind, sure.
Well, I mean, what direction the price is moving?
You want to know direction price is moving, correct? So price is moving up. What type of trade would you want to execute?
All right, I know.
Say that again.
That would be a buy.
We're not gonna comment. You want to see what you see the picture that I sent you?
Right. You don't want to execute a buy, right? Hey, Devaton, please keep your lines muted when you join, please. But sure, you don't want to execute a buy. So if price is going down, you don't want to execute a what?
Yes, sir.
Correct. All right. So for those who have never seen this platform, MetaTrader 4 generally looks like this website here. This is TradingView. So TradingView looks like this, right? And your MetaTrader 4 would look like this. If you buy the Safety Trade product, it converts it to look like this. So you would have a red and green with this line in it, and also some arrows. You'll see some red and green arrows. There's a red arrow pointing down and green arrow pointing up. All right, you'll see those on the screen along with these 5 indicators here. The 5th one from the bottom, this one with the double line here, that's called a block, and so forth. So that's the Safety Trade technology in essence. For those who are new to trading, these numbers and symbols and numbers and letters over here, they represent what are called symbols. If you right-click in this area, you'll see the word symbols. You look for the word symbols, you click it. This box gives us access to the world's financial markets. So with a licensed broker, downloading this app on your laptop or on your phone, you are given legal access to over $7 trillion in money that's being exchanged to trade these different assets. FX majors, which include like Australian dollar versus US dollar versus Japanese yen. And then you have indices like US 100, S&P 500, etc. Then you have energy like oil from the UK or the US. Then you have metals like silver, gold, platinum. Then you have cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. And then you have stocks like Amazon, Google, Facebook, Yahoo. All of those become available to us to be able to trade and make money on the financial markets, all right? So those people are new to trading. That's one of the greatest benefits to using this technology. You're going to be able to literally come into this box right here, this box, either this one or this one, in this area, where these candles are, these red things going up and down, green things going up and down. They're called candlesticks and wicks. You right click, click trading, click new order. And when the market is open, you could put in a, as Trevor said, a buy position or a sell position, all right, to take advantage of the movement. So here it is, Trevor. What the safety trade does, it uses 4 simple steps to identifying a basic trade for a beginner, called a safety trade. So the safety trade technology, the aim of it is to provide trades that are safe, trades that literally have a 99% chance of going in the direction that you want it to. As you said, you want to know, is the price going to go up or is it going to go down? And if you believe it's going to go up, you take a buy. If you believe it's going to go down, you take a sell. So let's look at how this works, right? We're going to look at some historical data, and then we may be able to catch real-time trades, but the market is just opening, so it will be a little slow. But let's look at, what do you trade when you trade, Trevor? What do you trade?
Mainly Forex.
Mainly Forex pairs. All right, which one?
USD JPY or Euro JPY or Euro USD.
All right, so let's look at USD JPY. That's the first one you mentioned, all right? Have you traded it recently?
No, it's been probably a couple of months now.
All right, that's fine. At what time frame do you trade it at?
I'm normally a scalper, so normally between sort of 1 minute to 5 minutes charts.
All right, beautiful. You're gonna love this system, Trevor. All right, I'm telling you, we're finishing. You're gonna want to buy this immediately.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. All right, so what I've done, I put USD JPY on the chart, right? And on the left is the 5 minute, and on the right is the 1 minute chart. All right, for those who do not know what a 1 minute and a 5 minute is, do not worry about it. We have classes that are going to help you to understand that. All right, so let's slide across and let's go back to Friday, and let's see if we could get to the beginning of London session there. You're in the UK, right?
Yes.
Somewhere around here would be the beginning of the London session, right? Right. Okay. So we'll forget about this news candle. Right? We'll forget about this, but we could look at it. You know what? For the heck of it, let's look at the news candle. All right. Yeah. You know what? Yes. Let's look at it. All right. Let's look at it. Okay. All right. So on the right is the 1 minute, and left is the 5 minute. Okay. On the right is the 1 minute, on the left is the 5 minute. All right, so on the right side, could you see that there's a green line running through here, kind of waving? Do you know what that is generally called? That line, what do they call them?
Moving average line, I think.
Moving average line. All right, so that's a moving average line. It's called a trade line, safety trade line. So the first thing that we need to look at, there are 4 things that you're going to look at, Trevor. 4 things that you're going to look at to decide whether, sorry, Esther, I'm making you co-host to help me with the people who are unmuted. Amoy, we're going to do the same thing as well, because people are joining us and not muted. If you could help me to keep them muted. All right, so the first, there are 4 things that you're going to look for, Trevor. 1, the price was below the moving average, the green line, right?
Yep.
Candles were below the moving average before the green arrow came on the screen. Let's put it right here. Let's say we're right here and the candles were below. Do you agree with me that the candles were below?
Yes, I agree.
All right. And as each minute passes, a candle pops on the screen. Do you see this green arrow now?
Yes.
All right. So that's the second thing. 1, the price was below the green line. 2, a green arrow popped up. The green arrow suggests, doesn't mean, it suggests that there's a possible safety trade forming. Hasn't formed it, means there's a possible safety trade forming. The third thing you need to look for is that all of these indicators need to be the same color as the arrow. In this case, the arrow is green. Over here, it was red. But down here, we would want for all the arrows to be, all the indicators, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to be green. Are they all green right now, Trevor?
No.
No. Okay, great. So each minute passes by, right? Are they all green now?
Yes.
All right, great. So we're going to wait for the 4th one from the bottom to turn red. The 4th one from the bottom to turn red. So let's keep going to see what happens, right? So the market is going up, All right, so we got some red, right? We got some red. Do you see that we got some red here?
Yes.
All right, so when we see that, we can go ahead, and that's the fourth thing that we need, and that's our confirmation to put in our buy. Whenever we see this pattern following these other three things, one, the price is below, two, the green arrow popped up, three, everything turned green. Then four, this turned red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we see that, Trevor, that's the sign to go ahead and put in a buy stop. Now, a buy stop is an order. It's not an active trade, which means that you're not taking the risk of opening up a trade, hoping it goes up or down. We're waiting for the market to come in our direction. So if the candles turn around and go back up, you will open the trade. Now, beginner traders should go for 1 to 3 pips, right, in the beginning before you start going for bigger moves, okay? 1 pip, $10 a pip, $50 a pip, $100 a point. Pip is a point, a pip is a point. So the distance between this bottom line and this top line, for those who are new, there are points that the system counts. So between here and here, it could be 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, depending on the time of the day and the asset that we're trading. So here, we're trying to win 1 to 3 points on this trade. So let's see what happens each minute passes by. Each minute, all right? So you see that more red, the candle stay below here, but let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. Stay below, it didn't go up, all right? And then this green box stay green, this stay green, all right? Over here, turn to red. I'm not sure why, but all right, but let's keep going. Can you see that you won that trade, Trevor?
Yes.
Right, so that's the first trade you'd have won, okay? Because this stayed green. If this turned from green to red, then would have dropped the trade, but it didn't, all right? Okay, just make sure. All right, cool. So we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. Let's look to see if we get another one. Can you see that it turned red again?
Yes.
All right, but when it turned red again, let's see what happened. You could put in another trade. The second one is okay, but the third and the fourth one, you have to be a little careful. Okay, it stayed green, so let's see, you won the other trade. You could see that a little wick came up, put you in the trade, and even went to your TP in that case, right? The second one is usually not as strong as the third. You saw that, all right? Let's keep going, let's keep going. I'm trying to sync scroll this. All right, I'm not there yet. Okay, let's keep going. Now everything turned red. Now when everything turns red, what it meant is that everything turns red. You're looking now for sells and not for buys, okay? Looking for sells and not for buys. So we'll be looking for a sell position to develop, right? The red arrow came on the screen, the price is above the line, and we'll be waiting for the green to come on here, waiting for the green. Now, we got a news candle here. We got a news candle here, okay? We got a big news candle here. Now, for intermediate level people, how you'd have caught this, all right? Let's just sync scroll a bit. How you'd have caught this, big move here. If you look on the left, the 5-minute chart was showing a buy, right? Green, 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 red, green, but the bot broke. If we go to the 15-minute chart, we probably, oops, let me change this to 1 minute over here. Oh man, where did it go now? Where did it go? So a nice move. Just trying to just show the win on that. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Could you see now on the 15-minute chart, green, 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 red, green? Can you see that right here, Trevor?
Yes.
Right. So we could have put in an order here for a buy. Just above the line, put in an order for a buy. Now, if we drop down to the, let's look and see what happened. Time has passed. You see where the candle shot up? You see that candle that shot up now?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. It came out of this 15-minute trade. And then if we drop down to the 5-minute trade, you'd see the 5-minute had captured it, but it was a little bit broken. It's there as well. It's there as well. The system called it out, but you wouldn't have seen it on the 5-minute. 5-minute was all green. Yeah. So the system literally calls out those news candles. All right. And when you get more familiar with using them, you'll be able to catch those moves as well. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. So can you see the value here? Here's another one. The 5-minute calling this out. You could see this green, green, red, green, a buy, right? Yeah. You'd have been able to take a buy position. You see that big move up? Okay. Yes. So we're able to catch them because of how powerful the system is in predicting where the market is going to go before it moves. But whether it's a news candle, whether it is just regular day-to-day market movement, we're going to be able to catch those moves. All right. You know, if you look, every time you see this pattern, you see it again, you see these two big rectangles pushing down?
Yes.
Doesn't that suggest, after seeing all of this sideways movement, because all of this going this small up and down, 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 it suggests that the market is in consolidation. And then we look like there's a breakout down. So when the market breaks this way, a lot of traders are tempted to jump into these candles to catch some sell, right?
Yes.
But what happened is that it turned back on you. So you'd have lost money. But the system says green, 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 red, green. Now, if the system is giving you this pattern, what type of trade is the system telling you to do when you see this shape here, when you see this pattern here? What type of trade should you do? Should you look for a sell or a buy?
A buy.
So these two candles give you the impression that you should do a sell, but the safety trade system says, no, don't go for it. It's a fake out move. It's the developer calls it the base. So he calls this indicator the base indicator. I call it the fake out indicator, the green one here, the double lines. All right. And if you put that buy position here, Trevor, and then you go for 1 to 3 pips, let's see what will happen. Right? Instead of jumping into a sell, thinking that the market could giving you a sell right now. See? Boom, market went up for a buy. Eventually came back down, but you went up, you went back up immediately, came down, went back up, gave you a win here, came back down, gave you another entry. You could have taken another entry, another win. So you could have even won 2 buys here. And then the box changed. Now, when the green changes to red, that's to tell you that, man, the market's changing. So you have to be a little bit careful, right? When this green changes to red, because it may mean that the market is now changing to a sell and not a buy anymore. So the system is very powerful. And this is just looking at, this is what, USD JPY that you asked me to take a look at.
Yes.
Okay, and we just went through a little bit of Friday. And that is not all of Friday. Let's keep going. Look at what happened here again. You see, the market was going down. Green, 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 red, green on the 1 minute. The back is green here. The back is green over here. We could go ahead and put in an entry just above the line here, Trevor. And then go for 1 to 3 pips right here. I'll go for 1 to 3 pips, right? Just right here. And let's look to see if you won the trade. Did you win that trade as well?
Yes.
Yes, right? So this could have faked you out to think, let me go for a sell. If you jumped into a sell here, you didn't catch it quickly, boom, reversed on you. You're in a lost position. But this safety trade system told us, do not look for a sell right now. Look for a buy, okay? And then it started selling again, started selling down again. The second one is not going to be as good as the first. Now, when you see this green change to red here, that's when you know stop looking for buys, right? You have to allow the market to show you what it wants to do. Does it want to change to a sell? The red arrow says there's a sell safety trade shaping up. You wait again, Trevor, until everything down here is ready. Is everything down here red yet?
No.
No. So you wait. Is everything red now?
Yes.
Okay, so we wait for the fourth thing to happen, right? The fourth thing to happen. We're waiting for us to get a little red here. Now, intermediate people, once you see the shape set up, and then you get a red bar, you didn't get it yet, but there's a red bar on the left side, right? The green changed to red on the left side. Right here, this gap right here, intermediate level people, this is an entry. Okay, this is an entry right here for a sell. Once you see the market shape up like this, the red is over here, this is all red. You have the red arrow, you have everything else. The only thing you didn't get is this dot of green. Okay, intermediate level people, you could still go ahead and take that. Right, you get that in training. That's called a fill in the gap, sell. So let's see if we got the green. But this is when the news candle came. So when the news candle came, the market was showing a sell on the 1 minute. But if you look on the 5 minute chart, it was showing a buy. And then if we change the 5 minute over here to the 15 minute, right, Trevor? You could see, you could literally see where it was called out before the news. See? Right here. Can you see on the left? Green, 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 red, green. Do you see that?
Yes.
Right. So before this big move took place over here, the system already told it to you on a higher time frame that there's going to be a 15-minute buy, which you could have taken advantage of right here in this candle that went up. Right here.
Yeah.
This system is amazing, man. As I'm telling you, you're going to love it, right? All right. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's turn this back to the 5 minute. And let's keep going, right? Make sure I'm seeing scroll. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Here's another opportunity again. You know, it's buying up, buying up. Let me just get these lines off out of here. Okay. All right. So we keep going. Man. Keep going, keep going. See, when it came down, created this red. If you wanted, it could have went for a buy. But here's the thing. Yeah, that's the first one after the sell, right? So that's the first safety trade after the sell. So that's a safe one to get into. Not that there are not trades here going up, but you need more training to take advantage of this while this is doing this. But here, it would have been a safe trade. You put in a buy just above the line again, and you go for 1 to 3 pips again. Do you see how many trades you have won so far, Trevor?
Yeah.
Can you see how many safely? Not trades that have pulled back and you have to wait and do all sort of, jump through hoops, hoping that the market reverses in your direction. We don't have to get into that. See, here's another one, green, 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 red, green. But the second one is generally not as good as the first. So you have to be a little careful, which did win, but not as big as the second one. And there's a third one. You see, it came down again, green, green, red, green, and it went back up. So the market, it predicts the move. Here's another one. It went down again, right? See?
Yeah.
And it came back up for a win. You have to be a little careful with the third and the fourth, what the system predicts. And then now the box change. You see this green change to red? Once you see that, no. Let me wait to see if now the cells are going to set up instead of the buys. And then you wait. It didn't change to all red, sorry. All right, it went back into a buy position. And then these little dotted lines means that some consolidation took place, right? And I think maybe we're coming to the close of Friday, right? Started selling again, went down, went up. But you see, we no longer have to be guessing. Can you see that, Trevor? You no longer have to be guessing. What is the market going to do? Is it going to buy? Is it going to sell? What is it going to do? Have data, accurate data. Here's another one. Green, green, red, green, right? Here you'll be looking for a buy to come up above. Let's see. It came back up and gave you a winning trade. Okay, gave 2 entries, came back up one, came back up again. And then the market now started taking a sell off. You see the red arrow came, market is about to sell, and it did sell off, and the box changed over here, and then here's where it changed now. So can you see this now, Trevor? Red, red, green, red?
Yeah,
can you see that?
I can. Yes,
what type of trade should we go for now?
A sell.
A sell, right. So we go for 1 to 3 pips over here, right? Let's see if we got it. Let's see, did we get a win on the sell side?
Yep, we did.
Is this system amazing or what?
Yeah.
On Monday last week, Monday was a wash for me because I was doing some clever stuff. So I think I won 20 trades and lost 8, I think, on Monday. I can't remember. But Tuesday to Thursday, I recounted it, and I did 84 trades Tuesday to Thursday, and I won 81 out of the 84 trades. Wow. Right? Using the system. Once we stick to the rules, on Monday I was, get caught up doing some stuff that I shouldn't be doing, trying to be smart. But if you just stick with the system and just use these rules and just follow the basic rules and just wait for the setups, you can make money. All right? You could see that, right? You could see that clearly. See another set pattern here. Intermediate level people, there's a gap here. This gap is another opportunity for entry. And, the market changed back to a buy. You see, change back now to all green. The green arrow came, price was below and back above. Then you wait for the setup again. You see, you got another winning trade here. Wow, right? I see it change back to a sell. Everything changed red now. So we don't, and then boom, another news candle came and we went over that already. Right? And then keep going. This system is so powerful. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. Right? So that's any asset we're going to look at, Trevor. That's the data is going to give us. It doesn't matter what the asset is, right? Any asset that you're going to trade is going to give you that data. So any symbol we choose, whether it's an indices, whether it's a currency pair, whether it's cryptocurrency, it's giving us the same patterns that give us an entry for a buy or sell. Now, for those of us who say, no, you know what, I do not have the time to be on the chart. Then, wow, look at this scanner, Trevor. This is the scanner. Now, it has already started calling out trades. So it called out a trade. Can you read the first one here, what it says here?
So that's Ethereum USD minute 1.
Yeah, Ethereum USD minute 1. All right, and then what is below that? GBP AUD minute 1, and then NZD USD minute 5, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go quickly to look at where we see these yellow and blue, yellow and red stars. Those are the ones that are under 1 minute since the system called them out. These red arrows pushing down or green arrows pushing up, it means those have been called within the last 5 minutes. Now, each row represents a different time frame. So this row is the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame, 15 minute, and 30 minute. So the system is calling out trades on different time frames and telling us when the setup has happened. So let's go look for Ethereum US dollar as crypto and see what's going on there. Let's click on Ethereum US dollar right here, right? I'm going to put it on my, put the charts over here, and now we have that. Okay, good. All right, so can you see here, what type of trade would this be, Trevor? On the right, on the 1 minute.
That'll be a sell.
Yes, so that's set up for a sell. So without waiting on the system to sit down and look at the chart, you could wait for the system to tell you. It did one before. You could see that it did one just before. You could see that little dot of green, right? Can you see it? And then it did a little sell here. So it's going to do another one. All right, so if we give it time, we'll see come back around and come down. And then it also call out a trade on NZD JPY, okay, on a 1 minute, on the 1 minute time frame. So if we put, I'm going to leave this over here, but we'll put the 1 minute over here. All right, the 5 minute chart is showing that, but let's look at the 1 minute. 1 minute chart is showing, right, that it came up to the trade line. You could see, right, red, green, red, and then this is now set for it to come back down as a sell. So the system gives us these trades, and that's what Miss Esther did. The first day she used the system that gave out these trades, she used it to make over $600. Which is what she paid for the technology. And she has gone on to earn over $6,500 in a single 90-minute time period, because the system is calling out trades that are accurate. And all we have to do is to, understand when to put in trades, right? For example, now would not be the optimum time, right? Because the distance between this blue line and this red line here is too wide. The broker is going to collect too much money up front from you. So now would not be the ideal time to get into the trade, because this is too wide. It's called a spread. The distance between the blue and the red here is called a spread. We need to wait until this is much closer. Like, one is here and one is right here, right? One is right here. And when it's that close, then it's better to go ahead and put in a trade then. So when the market opens in London in a few hours, these spreads are going to become nice and tight. The numbers this here and this here, there's going to be a lot more movement in the market. And, you'll be able to take advantage of some of the trades, all right? So look at the number of trades that the system is calling out. Each day it calls out about 2,000 trades. So the system is very, very powerful, because you have the scanner, this is the scanner. It's a website. So you could access it on a phone, you could access it on your laptop, and you'll be able to get the call outs from the system. It's only $75 per month to get this. The first month, the scanner is included for free. So we pay $599 to get our MT4 to look like this one. And it includes the scanner for free. So you have the scanner for a full month to use it for free. And then after the first month, if you like it, you could pay $75 a month to keep it. So you could always have the scanner. But $599 gives you this for the full year. So you have a full year to not just recover your money, but to be able to use this and make a lot of money. So I'm just super excited about this and where we're going with it. And guys, I mean, this is a game changer at many different levels. And, go ahead and get your own. Get your technology. And to do that, you need to have that beautiful sound, that wonderful sound of Safe Trade Alert coming into your home. Simply come here. You could join us as an affiliate. You'd pay $168 or $249 to be an affiliate. We also now have the travel and trade affiliate package, where you could trade and travel or travel and trade. We have a wholesale website where you can book hotels and get up to 80% discount. And that's a part of our platform now. We also have our health and wellness division as well. So we have different divisions in Xtream. So if you join as an affiliate, you could be bringing in clients if you choose to, and earn $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month. Our compensation plan is designed to go as much as $1 million a month for those who want to build a business within our community. If you just simply want to get education, you can. If you want to keep it to yourself, we don't have a problem with that. If you just want to do, not tell anybody, I don't think that's fair. But if that's what you want to do, that's your prerogative. $89 a month, $99 a month, $159 a month is what you pay for the education, and then you could buy the Safe Trade product. $599 for the year, and then $75 a month if you want to keep the signals. So to get registered, it's pretty simple. You could just come in here, click, let's say you click buy now. Once you click buy now, it's going to take you to the page to put in the username for the person who invited you, ask them for their username, and then they'll get the credit for inviting you to be a part of this wonderful movement. And then you'll get set up. It takes a week, sometimes a week and a half. It used to take 2-3 days, but there's so many people getting it right now that there's a little bit of a backlog on people getting set up, right? Because there's a lot of people buying it because the word is getting out that this is a very powerful tool that is increasing the trading results of beginner traders, but also the trading results of established traders. Let's look at 1 hour trades, Trevor. Let's look at 1 hour. Now, 1 hour trades means it takes a full hour for this to develop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, look at this one. This one, this move right here. This move. Look at this move, Trevor. This is NAS 100. Green, 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 red, green. Now, this move caught over 500 points from right here to right here. Now, just imagine you're busy, you're a doctor, you have surgery every morning, Monday to Friday. And in the morning, you check your phone, you got the message. This was a 30-minute time frame, trained on NAS 100. You put it in here, and you put your stop loss below here, right? So you put in the trade here for a buy, and then you're going to put your stop loss down below here. So just in case you're not looking on it and it turns back, you lose the money between this line and this line. But look how much money you earn on that trade, Trevor. Can you see how high this went? This literally won over 500 points. Now, if you won $1 per point, Trevor, how much money would you earn at $1 per point on this trade?
500.
500. What if you traded $10 per point? How much would you have earned?
5,000.
Now, wouldn't it be sweet that you're still doing your surgery, you're doing your operations, you're putting your trade, you risk this amount of money between here and here, and every couple of hours you're able to check it, you've earned this much money after, this was what, 1, 2, 3 sessions. So this is literally 3 days. Would that have been amazing, Trevor?
Definitely, yes.
Right? So for those people who are very busy and you say, man, I can't be on the chart, then trade the 1 hour trades. They take long to develop, but man, it's worth it. Look at this when the other day here. Look at the other day here, these 1 hour sells. There's got a bunch of them that took place on NAS 100. It's just so sweet. And the buys and the sells. It's just continuous opportunities to make money. Let me go back to the end of this. Man, this is just so beautiful. All right. NAS did a major sell-off on Friday. This sell, man. Oh, some people caught this. One gentleman earned $30,000 from this move on Friday. All right. One gentleman earned $30,000 off this trade. And the system called this out, by the way. All right. And just in case you wonder. Okay. All right. So, the system called this out. Let's go to the system called this out on the, I'm going to put that line. Okay. I don't put a line. We just keep dropping now. All right. 30-minute time frame. All right. The call out is not on the 30-minute time frame. And then the 15-minute time frame, the call out was not there. 5-minute time frame. You see the call out on the 5-minute, right? And then it was definitely a call out on the 1 minute. All right. So you see the call out was there, right? For those who were ready to take advantage of that. Let's find it. All right, here it is. Right? When it turned, this turned green, but that wasn't the perfect one. But right here, you can see it. Right here, red, green, red, right? And then wait. See, started falling. See that?
Yeah.
So if you caught it up here, oh wow! so the safety trade system gave you the opportunity to join that long sell. Right? Right? You see, it looks up and down when you look on it on the 1 minute. But when you go to the 1 hour, you can see it looks like one straight drop. But when you look at it on the 1 minute chart, you're gonna see it going up and down like that, right? But it was one nice drop on the 1 hour that you could have participated in, and our system called it out from way up here, and you'd have been able to be in the trade for these movements. So a lot of people are making a lot of money now, Trevor, using the system, and the word is getting out, so more people are hearing about it. I want to encourage you, if you would, invite some friends and family. Tomorrow, Monday through Thursday, we'll do this presentation at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK time on this line. And also Saturday, we do it at 4 p.m. Eastern. And Sunday, we do 5 p.m. Eastern. So, man, I'm just excited. I'm very grateful for what we're doing. Esther, I know you're out there you're traveling. You're in Spain. today, right? Not in UK today, in Spain today. I know later on this year you're going to be in Antigua, and you're just a globetrotter. Esther, do you mind sharing? How do you feel about the system? How has it impacted you? If you're able to unmute.
I'm unable to right now. I'm somewhere I can't talk. Okay.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm glad that you joined us anyway. And thank you for being here. But man, we're thankful for the safety trade system, guys. And we're fired up and excited about the results that we've been achieving. And many of us are going to continue to get great results. So the market is now open. The market will be wide open. The market is wide open. Wide open, wide open, right? Or wide open. All right, so great stuff. All right, so any questions from anyone else? Any questions? Any questions?
You have a question. How do you trade the 1 hour on your phone? What do you do?
All right, so putting in the trade is putting in the trade. So, you use the system to identify the trade, okay? And then you could monitor it on your phone. You could look on, that's what I do. I find the trade on the system. I put them in on the system most times. So I'll come here, click this, click new order, put the trade in on my system. But then if I'm changing the stop loss, or I'm changing the entry price, or I'm changing the take profit, or I want to delete the trade, and sometimes I open the trade on my phone. So I use my phone to do most of my maneuvering, but I use the laptop to identify when I'm supposed to enter. Because what this is telling you is when to enter the trade. That's what this tells you. You use the technology to tell you when to enter the trade. Did I help you?
What if I'm not using the laptop to set the trade, but using my phone directly? How do you set it for the half an hour? Still following the system, but using your phone there.
Yeah, so if you're using your phone, it's just the entry price you need. So you need the entry price from the system, and then you're going to use your phone. When you open your phone to put in the trade, you put in the entry price that you got from the system.
Right. So for the 1 hour now, you will wait for 1 hour and time it for the trade to put.
Okay. All right. No, that's not what a 1 hour means. All right. What 1 hour trade means is that on the 1 hour time frame chart, that's when the trade was called out based on this particular time frame. So what happens is that on different time frames, it looks differently. Let me go to the end of this chart. Right? If you notice down here, it's this long drop here. Each of these candles is 1 hour. But inside of each of these 1 hour candles are 61 minute candles, right? So let's drop from 1 hour to 30 minutes. When you go down to the 30-minute chart, you see the candles look a little bit more spread out, right? Because each of these candles is 30 minutes. Then you drop down to the 15-minute chart, you see the candles spread out more, okay? Because each of them is 15 minutes. Then you drop down to 5 minutes. You see, it looks like a longer move. You could see the candles are much more shorter. And then you go down to the 1 minute chart, it's even, you see that there's a lot of what looks like a lot of up and down movement. So each time frame gives you a different setup sometimes, a different setup. So what the 1 hour means is that on the 1 hour time frame, there's a trade developing on the 1 hour time frame for a buy. It doesn't mean that you put the trade in and wait 1 hour. That's not what it means. It just simply means that on that chart, you could go ahead and put in an entry at the point where this happened. Like for example, right here, where it happened on the 1 hour chart, green, green, red, green. Above the trade line, you're going to put in an entry to wait for a buy on this time, on this chart, right? And you'd wait for a buy, you see you want to buy here, okay? On the 1 hour chart. If you're on the lower time frame chart, it's the same thing, but the trade line is in a different position. This green line here, let me do this. If you look at this green line here, on the 1 hour chart, the green line is right here. If we drop it down to the 30-minute, you see that the green line is the bottom of the green line is in a different place. If you drop it down to the 15-minute, you see the green, you see the green line in are different places. So each time frame gives you different data. You see how far away it is now? So each time frame gives you different data. But after you play with this for a while, Stephen, you'll get the hang of, what's going on with these different time frames. All right. But in the beginning, Trevor, here's what you're going to do. Sorry, not Trevor. Trevor too, but Stephen. In the beginning, you're going to do this. After you go through your training, you're going to be trained. You're going to be told what you should do. All right. Is that you should have your 5 minutes on the left, 1 minute on the right, and you should trade only SPX 500. So
Yes.
in the beginning, you should be trading only SPX 500 right here.
Yes, I'm doing that. Yeah.
Right. And then once you've won 17 out of 20 trades, then you know that you're on the right track.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for your question. Any other questions from anybody else? Any other questions?
Trevor again here. I was going to ask, how do you trade the binary options? Is that this?
Binary options, it's the developer has stated that it's very good for binary options, but I personally don't trade binary options, so I would not be the one to answer that. But I know that some people use it for binary, right? And pocket options, IQ options, and the reports are that it's excellent, but I wouldn't know how to tell you to do it because I don't trade that.
Okay.
You're welcome, man. All right, Charles, you have a question, Charles? Mafigo. I see that you're unmuted. All right, so this is a game changer at many levels. A lot of us are going to make a lot of money using this because it's giving us data that's accurate, reliable, and consistent. All right, so we don't have to be guessing, hoping, wondering. Just follow the rules, guys. Once you follow the rules, you win your trades. So many people are making money. Congratulations to Bright and his team. Every Monday to Friday, they are trading the London session, and he's been making money they've been closing in profit every time they're trading. So this system is amazing. I know more of you will be having your testimonies soon. I know some of you just got it, some of you weeks ago, some of you a few months ago. And I know that the number of testimonials that we're having will continue to rise as we continue. But those who trade the indices, guys, it was sold off a lot on Friday. And if we look at the 1 minute and the 5 minute time frame, it's way below this blue line. All right. So overnight, you can expect them to start to make their way to this blue line. On the 1 minute chart, just pay attention to that. I went over blue line trading some time ago. The developer covers that. This is a very powerful strategy for trading the three indices as one. So I would be looking for buy stops to the blue line overnight, right, into tomorrow. That's what I'll be looking before open session, New York session tomorrow, right? I'll be looking for buy stops to the blue line because it's very far from the blue line right now. Very far from the blue line. That's like about 140. Yeah, that's 140 pips on NAS. And if we look at US 30, all right, I'll go to the 1 minute chart on US 30. You could see that it's right now about, that's what, 50 something points from the blue line on US 30, all right? So you look for the setups. If I were you, I'd be looking for 1 minute and 5 minute setups on US 30, on NAS 100 and S&P 500 towards that blue line overnight. At some point, whichever two cross first, that blue line first, whichever two cross first, the third one is definitely going to cross behind it, right? So the first two that cross, the third one is definitely going to cross behind it. And you can literally use that to literally predict when the next one is going to go across. And let me just show it to us quickly. All right, let's drop this to the 1 minute, 1 minute. All right, so let's look at when it crossed the blue line coming down. You could see this crossed the blue line coming down here. Let's put a line on it. And I'm right now on US 30. So US 30 crossed the blue line right here for a sell, right? And then let's put SPX on here to see when SPX crossed the blue line, right? You can see that SPX crossed the blue line before US 30. So if we put a line right here, you can see that SPX officially crossed. It came closer, but it didn't cross it. It crossed it here, and then US 30 crossed it after, okay? And then let's see when NAS crossed it, right? So if you look, NAS crossed it before all of them. So now it's crossed the blue line way up here, right? Now it's crossed the blue line way up here, right? Right here. So it means that Nas crossed it first, okay? So Nas crossed it first, and then after Nas crossed it, the second one was what? Was S&P. S&P crossed it here, right? Which would have given you a little tight window on the US 30 because US 30 crossed it last. So when you S&P crossed the blue line here, right? Let me just do it one last time so you could see it. S&P crossed the blue line here, but US 30 did not cross the blue line yet. The US 30 was still up here. So you could have literally put in a trade from here to here. And there's a scanner that calls these out, but he's giving that scanner out for his birthday on the 20th of October to those who are in the scanner room. Anybody in the scanner room will get that scanner for free at that time. That's 14 free pips. This is one of the safest trades you could take in the safe to trade system. The blue line is third to the blue line, all right? And then the reverse is gonna happen because right now I just showed you it going down, crossing the blue line for the sell, right? You know, I showed you going down, right? Crossing the blue line. Now, the same thing is gonna happen crossing it up, okay? It's gonna be coming back up to the blue line. So look out for it. You're gonna see it starting to make its way up to the blue line. And when it does so, you're gonna see that two of these cross first, and then the third one. If you just track it, you see that if you take the third one after, you literally make safe pips for the third one. Just, if you have the system, just pay attention to that, right? But you know, I call it out on Friday. You guys may have noticed that, and it may have, when I did the presentation on Thursday, you'd have seen it happen on Friday. And then tonight, you're gonna see this gradually make its way up. It's not gonna be straight up. It's gonna be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down overnight. And then eventually it's gonna, the first one is gonna cross whichever one of the three, whether it's NAS, S&P, or XP, or US 30. And then once the second one crosses, the third one is gonna cross soon after. And you could literally take buy stops to the blue line once the first two have crossed, right? Once the first two has crossed, you can take buy stops for the third one. Sometimes one lags behind. Sometimes it's NAS that lags behind. Sometimes it's SPX that lags behind. Sometimes it's US 30. Just pay attention to that. Move, guys, and you could set yourself up for some really safe trades using that, all right? Generally speaking, we could sell off, and that it could sell down more. It could create more distance between the blue line and where it is in market, all right? On the 1 minute time frame, it could sell down more. But at some point, it's gonna come back up to its blue line. At some point, it's gonna come back up. So when it's making its way up, look for the buy stops going up. Look for the buy stops going up. Look for the buy stops going up. I just keep taking them up. And also while the buy stops are going up, you're gonna have sell stops happening as well because the market is set up for some sells. All right. So you're gonna have buy stops and sell stops on these US on the indices tonight to tomorrow. And tomorrow probably, yeah, every day you have them. Okay. All right. So I gave you some little extra stuff there for those who are a little bit more ahead of the curve. I know for beginners that went over your head totally, and I get it. Don't worry about it. You'll catch up with it later. You don't even need blue line trading to make money anyway. Okay? You can just make money with the simple safety trade that I showed us. The very basic beginner trade is more than enough to make money. All right? More than enough. All right. Thank you guys for showing up. Really appreciate you all being here. And we look forward to the next calls Monday through Thursday.